Hello and welcome back to another episode of TWIG. This is the 10th episode of TWIG. Like, it doesn't feel like there's been 10 episodes, but yeah. And it's also content update 10 for Galaxite. And there's a pretty big planets update. Um, and it includes a change to planets that I think could completely change the way it's played for some people. So yeah, it's exciting. Let's get into the video. So I'll quickly put the changelogs on the screen now so you can pause the video if you want to read them. And yeah, so to begin with, I'll go over the new items in the shop, which are the rare toilet paper avatar, the epic spaghetti core, the epic puppy Evo avatar male, the epic puppy Evo avatar female, and the epic GG title, and the legendary angelic warrior avatar. So there's been a change made to the parkour that people have been asking for quite a bit, which is that if you fall off the parkour, now instead of going back to the spawn of the hub, you'll be put back to the start of the parkour. Um, with- it'll make like speedrunning the parkour way easier, or like if you're just trying to finally get to the end of Gregory's parkour and get the parkour god title, and you're gonna have to go over and over again. So yeah, it'll make playing the parkour for a while way easier and way quicker, which is it's great. How it works is like once you've teleported to the parkour, it like sets like your like respawn point to there. Like even if you go to the other side of the map and jump off, you'll be put back to the start of the parkour you were at. Um, and like how you go back to like the spawn point of the hub, there's a new option in the honeycomb, so it's called return to spawn. If you hit that, you'll go back to spawn, and like you'll like your like spawn point will be reset to there. So yeah, that's how it works. So other than that, there aren't really like many other like general changes, like changes that aren't like in specific games. But there has been like a few changes like in like the different languages, like a few typos fixed and stuff. Um, but yeah, all of the changes are in individual games, but I mean, it's only really in planets because in Fill the Gaps there isn't any changes at all, and in Prop Hunt there's only one change, like because last week there was quite a big Prop Hunt update, um, and the one change that has been made this week is that name reveal is returned under certain circumstances. It was like quite big when it was like removed. It was a big like thing because like it was like probably the most overpowered power up you could get in Prop Hunt. It says in the change logs it's returned under certain circumstances. I don't really know what them certain circumstances are because I don't really play Prop Hunt enough to like figure it out. But it's probably like if it's like near the end of the game and it doesn't really matter too much, like because it is OP. It doesn't really matter too much if it's like at the end of the game when it doesn't really matter. So maybe it's sort of towards the end of the game. I don't really know, but yeah, it is back. And yeah, so now it's time for the planets update. Including a change that I think could completely change how planets is played for some people. Um, so I'll leave that till towards the end. It is like towards the end of the list in like the change logs. So yeah, I'll just go down the change logs. First thing, iron and stone toolkits are now part of the normal shop instead of perks. Because last week, I'm pretty sure it was, or maybe the week before. I think it was the week before. There was like the core piece like things, all the perks you could get were changed, rotated out, and the toolkit thing went. It was like people who side rush that like me, like using the side rush strategy. Um, Toolkit was like really useful in getting a weapon early on because you could just get it for 4 core pieces, and you could get a stone axe that was like a pretty good weapon. Um, so yeah, now it's part of the normal shop for 15 iron for the stone and 7 diamonds uh, for the iron. Um, so it doesn't have the same use as it used to have, but yeah, you can get like both tools for cheaper than you would be able to if you got them individually. So the next thing is that they've like changed like the heart things, the extra hearts a bit. Um, so the first thing is that tier 1 hearts, they now give you one extra heart, and they also, the price has changed of the tier 1 hearts from 20 iron to 15 iron. Um, then also the tier 3 hearts have been changed a bit. Now instead of giving you 10 hearts, it gives you 8 hearts. So like instead of giving you like a full extra row, it's like a bit less. So yeah. And it's not just the extra hearts that have been changed. The armor upgrades have also been changed. And like the extra hearts, it's the tier 1 and the tier 3 that have been changed. Tier 2, like, still the same. So first thing, the tier 1 armor, it's had a buff. It's gone from doing 30% damage reduction to 35% damage reduction. Next thing, the tier 1 armor, it's, as well as having the buff, the price has also gone down. This wasn't in the changelogs for some reason, but the price has changed. It's gone from 15 iron to 10 iron. It's cheaper. The next thing, the tier 3 armor, that's also had a price change. It's gone from 9 emeralds up to 10 emeralds. Okay, now it's time for probably the biggest change in like this planet's update. Um, what I think will like completely change the way some people play. I mean, it won't really affect me too much because I just side rush, but people who go for the middle and get emeralds, um, it's gonna really affect how they're gonna play in the future. Um, and this change is that now the diamond and the emerald drills have a cap on how many emeralds and diamonds they can store. Um, the diamond cap is 32 diamonds. That that hasn't really changed too much because it's very rare to see the diamonds go up to 32. Um, and I mean anything like you don't really need that many diamonds. Diamonds don't really get you too much. Like once you've got an iron sword um in like tier 2 armor and like maybe like tier 2 hearts, like after that you don't really need any more diamonds. But for emeralds, the new cap is 3 emeralds per drill, which is like barely any. Because a lot of the time you could see it like go up to maybe like 20 each drill with 20 in at the same time. If like no one collected them throughout the game. But yeah, it's only 3 emeralds that it can only really get you like maybe if you just get like tier 3 damage reduction, like armor. Like I think they've probably added this because of like I think it was 2 weeks ago when they changed the perks. Everyone was saying that it really favored people who were like rushing mid and sort of like hurt people that tried side rushing, like with the toolkit being removed and especially with the like shop price reduction. Like everything half price, it made going for the emeralds in the middle way too overpowered because you could just get like stacked and then there was nothing people could do about you because they can't really kill you if you take like a million hits to kill. So yeah, it's probably been done to stop that, but yeah, 3 emeralds, that isn't that many. You can't really get too much with it, but I do think it is a really good change. And yeah, it's a very big change because it'll really affect how the people who rush mid. It'll really affect how they have to play in planets. So yeah, there's also one more change to planets, which is now there's like an extra XP boost given to the winner based on how much core health they have remaining. So if you've got like all 10 core health, you'll get like a certain XP boost. You'll get like less if you've only got like 3 in your like 3 health left on your core. But yeah, I do think this is a really cool change because really cool addition because now it'll make like getting XP to get like the prestiges or whatever a bit easier. It would have been cool if we had it during the 2 times XP weekend, but yeah, it's nice that we do have it now. Um, and yeah, it doesn't really give you too much XP, but like it is just like a nice thing to have, like a little bit of extra XP each game. Um, it'll make getting stuff just that little bit easier. Like it'll like sort of stack up over games to make some sort of a difference. Um, it doesn't really make too much of a difference like in individual games, but it is nice to have an extra little bit of XP. So that's the end of this episode of Twig. One last thing I'd like to quickly say is Galaxite have said that next week they'll be announcing the season 1 end date, which is something exciting, something to look forward to. And yeah, bye.